Okay, we are live and we will start with our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are in Robinson Huron Treaty Territory. The land on which we are gathered is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and known as Bawatang. Bawatang is the home of the First Nation, Batchewana First Nations, and the historic Sault Ste. Marie Métis Council. We honor and respect these Indigenous people as the ancestors and traditional stewards of the land upon which we stand today. May our relationships with the land teach us to live and work in good relationship with one another. And approval of the agenda, moved by Councillor Weir, seconded by Councillor Christensen. All in favor?
Be it resolved that Council hereby accepts the agenda for Tuesday, March 31st, 2026, and any addendums as presented.
Disclosure of pecuniary interest? None. Staff reports, 2026 draft budget presentation, moved by Councillor Weir, seconded by Councillor Christensen. Sorry, all in favor or any questions? Good. Go ahead.
Questions about the budget?
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
I got a lot of questions.
I think we're gonna go line by line.
Yeah.
We are going to go line by line. Before we do that, I want to, sorry, I was looking at the wrong, I was thinking it was a different staff presentation. Before we do that, I want everyone to keep in mind, this budget is not set in stone. It is a guideline for our staff to follow throughout the year as we progress. What is on the table is the 6.45%. It works out to be $138.81 per property per year, or translated differently at $11.57 per month per property. I also want us to keep in mind as we go through the budget that Meg and David have gone through it pretty stringently to identify things that they could omit or change as needed. And I think we'll just leave it at that for now so that we can go through it. And if anybody has any questions, we can go through it together.
Mayor, you said it'll be a total of $138 per year per household?
Per property, yeah.
On property, on the 400 and properties that we have in Prince.
Yes.
And that brings in a total of,
700 properties.
I'm sorry, Meg?
700 properties.
700 properties.
Any other comments or questions there?
There's one item,
Yeah, please, yeah.
it's a small item really, but it's the environmental revenue from the garbage tags. That was all of $14 last year.
Mhm.
Is there a point of even having that? Really?
Sorry, where are you, boss? Are we going line by line or you just,
Well,
you jumped?
I just did that because Big Jump popped out at me. I have a few other notes.
Where are you, if you don't mind?
I'm down at environmental revenue, which is the garbage tags. Are they more costly in staff hours than they're worth?
Probably. They served a purpose once upon a time. I don't know that they still do.
My own feeling is that they were a PR thing at the time to help people get used to the idea. And I think they're used to the idea now and could probably provide their own bags.
Yeah.
So that's just an item down the line. A couple other items, I think, when we're doing line by line, I think on the income, I think some of them are wishful thinking.
Do you want
Can we
to?
just start at the top?
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
So I don't know if it's worth going through absolutely every line by line, but we can absolutely. So Canada Community Building Fund, any questions about that one? Questions or comments? Ontario Community Infrastructure Fund?
I had a question.
Yep.
Just with regards to why such the large increase on that particular line and the line below it. Just looking for an explanation when the pre-audit, on the second, or the second line is 25,000 less.
So our allocations increased from the provincial government.
No.
Previously,
I'm sorry, Meg, I just got a loud mill.
our allocations from the provincial government, they increased based on our 2024 FIR that we submitted.
So those are funds that come to
To
us.
us,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
that's right, yeah, thank you.
Any other questions about those? No? NOHFC, General Government. Those are also grants. Pothole Prevention Repair Program, that is the grant that we talked about at the last meeting.
It's, probably not now, because it's not the budget, but like as far as that goes, what we were allocating and what we were gonna do with that funding, I think we have to go over it again and discuss it some more before anything is
That's one of the agenda items.
set in stone, okay? That's-
Nords,
We were getting the funding this year.
other grants, ICIP grant. Cemetery revenue regular.
I'm just curious about the decrease. Why we budgeted 10,000 last year and the budget was 7,000 this year.
That is purely dependent on who purchases a grave plot. So it would depend on who would purchase a grave plot.
It's really a guess.
Do we have a number for what are left? 2 plots?
How many plots?
I can definitely work on that too.
Please, just so curious, so we know, because, I noticed that we have a new neighbor moving. They got a wall up already now, and the driveway's been kept clean on that, right at the edge of the cemetery. I
So
haven't got there to meet them, because they're never there when I pulled in, shake hands.
6350 is what it was last year, the pre-audit.
Pardon?
The 6350, that's what it was last year, I'm just confirming that. Makes sense.
Cemetery revenue perpetual care. That's upkeep of the cemetery. Canada Summer Jobs. That would be a grant for any of our summer students. Marina revenue. All good. Rental, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
13,000, or we got 10,700?
So the farthest right column is what we're proposing as the,
Yep,
as
I see that, 26 draft.
So the middle column would be our previous
Mhm.
pre-audit amount.
So it stayed the same from 2025, yep.
Rentals, that would be our pavilion and or this room.
Do we have a plan for the increase? Or we intend to?
That was passed,
Yeah.
couple of meetings.
2 meetings ago.
Right, the increase for the rental.
Oh, see.
Planning items, that's anything that Steve would work on.
That's one of the ones I'm wondering, because that's quite a jump. It's actually twice as much as you actually had this past year.
We also know that there are a couple of planning items that are still in flight that will take quite some time, so he will be engaged more often for that.
Okay.
So we don't know what that total will end up being, but it's probably better to over plan than under.
People are coming to Prince, Councillor Christensen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Parks in lieu, 5%. Questions about that?
Again, it's more than double.
So I don't know if the item in the last meeting was included in that, the Parks and Rec? No. So that's part of it as well. So every time there's a severance, we have the
Right.
consent and there's a consent, then that would be charged. So that's not included in that number. So that would be in.
But it can only be used for things like parks.
Yeah.
That's correct, yeah.
Because we're a small community and we're reaching our park limit, I think, pretty soon.
Like for the fund, or do you mean to how many parks we have?
How many we have for the
Yeah.
size of the population.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like it's more than just building a new park, it's maintenance too, right? So
Yes,
any
I
maintenance
understand
items,
that, but then this was also maintenance in your pre-audit here, the 2092-12.
Hmm.
Fire permits, any questions about that? Dog permits? Tax certificates? Licenses? Service charges? Advertising?
I'm curious what that is, the revenue.
Advertising, that's
People
for,
pay us.
yes.
For what?
People pay us to advertise.
On the newsletter.
Either in the newsletter or the billing. Tax interest. Interest earned on deposits.
Wow, nice. We almost hit the top 34.
Recreation revenue. Miscellaneous revenue, general government. Miscellaneous revenue, fire department. FOI requests.
Wait a minute, one question about the fire department. How do they earn their revenue? What is it from?
Donations. Donations.
Donations, okay.
And one-time grants.
Oh, okay.
Miscellaneous revenue, Ontario Fire Safety Grant.
That's
We are
a
not
one.
getting
It was a one-time.
That's a one-time, right?
Miscellaneous revenue, fire department DSAB. That's funding that they get from the DSAB for training through paramedics. Environmental revenue, garbage tags, we talked about that. Municipal fines, POA. What's POA?
So the municipal fines are collected by the city of Sault Ste. Marie on our behalf. And at the end of the year, they would provide us a lump sum amount that they collected on behalf of us during the entire year.
The police tickets and speeding and all that,
Yes.
So if you're ticketed in Prince,
You're
the money
ticketed in
comes.
money comes back for percentage wise. I knew that, but I didn't think that much. That's pretty high, eh, man? 6713.
Marriage solemnization. I think we may, I don't know, does that include like rentals of the church or anything? No. So we don't have anyone that actually can do that now.
That's right.
So I don't know if that's something that we want to keep on there or not, but
I can do it.
Do we have anybody interested in taking the course?
I can do it.
Yes, because we still have facilities. We've got the pavilion, we've got the hall, we've got the church.
I legally cannot. However,
No,
It's easy.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's something you want to do or not, or anyone else, but.
it would be good because people do ask about a combination of things that they want to
For sure.
use, so.
And we did do one marriage.
Actually, you've done a couple.
Yeah, well, we did one though, like we.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Yes,
I just missed it.
but, what's her name? Politiccio. Anyway, she has done a couple of.
Parent-child revenue. That is purely for the rental of the facility.
Of early on, yeah, that's what I thought.
Election revenue.
That's for the federal elections.
Yeah.
Who was that, Meg?
For the federal elections.
In October.
Yes. So the amount earned was for the federal last year, and we're hoping to get something for. our
Yeah, but with the
municipal-
raise and the rent and that, they'll have to pay, yeah, right on.
Donations, fire department.
And I didn't understand that one.
I don't know if it's,
There's a budget for 2,000, then they give us 1,320.
Yeah, we only received $1,300 last year as donation.
We're only budgeting for 200 this year.
well, because we don't know, right, if people are gonna donate or not. And I'm pretty sure that came from the day that they were at the petting zoo.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there. That was fun. And donations general. Any questions about that? All right. So we move on to legislative and administration. Legal. You got any questions about that? Advertising and promotions.
I'm curious what's included in that for the big increase.
For the advertising and promotions, we are advertising with the Legion and few other municipalities to collaborate with them, and a few associations as well.
Okay.
Memberships, dues, and subscriptions. Apparatus and equipment repairs. License and permits. Questions about that one? No? Good. Consulting fees. Election expenses.
I'm just wondering what it was in 2022.
I do not know.
So in 2022, the amount that was on our accounts was $15,000, and that is exactly what I'm using this year.
Okay, so it's the same.
R&M buildings.
Yeah, what's,
There's repairs and maintenance to the existing buildings.
right, so what is included in the 120,000? What are,
So our roof is due for a little bit of repairs this year. And we have few quotes for that. Apart from that, our regular maintenance for cleaning supplies and all of that is included in here.
R&M other. Telephone. And that would include our office phones plus cell phones plus, that was my question.
That's,
did we not include that last year? Sorry.
Is that sorry?
Because we budgeted 8,000 last year, came to 16,000.
We added cell phones.
we all got a cell phone and a line. That's,
Meals and mileage. Conference expenses. Utilities.
Okay, that one, seemed like a big jump to me.
Sorry, which one, Margaret?
The utilities?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What, are we expecting a big jump for any reason in particular?
Longer winter.
Longer winter?
My gas bill and my power bill went up
Yeah, okay.
January 1st.
Just the Hawaii hydro was so, my QC was nuts.
You heat house with electricity?
All the heat pumps.
Yeah,
That's electricity, yeah.
so yes,
Yeah,
that being said, so.
Yeah, yeah,
Easy winter.
yeah, for sure. Miscellaneous, oh, sorry. Miscellaneous expense. Rent. Small tools and supplies. Donations. Office supplies. Courier and postage. Insurance. Software.
I have a question on that. Are we now up to date with all the software, the update, and all the training and all the equipment? So that's the last time?
Yeah.
So then you went for you budgeted for 50,000 for the new year, after we got everything in place and everything's purchased and everything. I'm just curious.
So our amounts.
Like we spent 42601, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
so we are providing a new debit machine, like payment options with debit and credit. We are also paying for the transaction charges for those, as well as their maintenance.
And software is a tricky one because you can't, just because you have it, you have to maintain the updates too, right? You can't just stop, otherwise it may not work effectively.
So the service that we provide now to the residents of Prince, the 700 properties, it's paid off? Is it being used extensively? Everybody's using it, nobody's giving cash, nobody writing checks.
I would just witness somebody do it this afternoon.
So it's, that's a whole new one that I didn't see before. That's what I was asking.
Training for employees.
I just had a question
Sure.
on this. I'm just wondering if that shouldn't be a higher number. With the new people in positions, do you think that we're covered enough for the training with that for the upcoming year, or is
I think we're covered.
you covered?
Of the three that I saw, Councillor Weir, I saw that there's up and coming for new, existing councillors that are regionaires, and they're free. So,
Yeah, we try and leverage free
yeah,
as much
out
as
of
we
the
can.
Association of Municipalities, I get these all the time for more. Okay.
And it's for office staff too, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
Any other questions about that section? Finance and
So
taxation.
that one went up 10,000, right?
MPAC assessment. No questions?
I
Sorry.
just have a question. Is it gonna happen this year, the impact, and then we're gonna come back and reassess? They're not next year?
So they don't have a definite date for us yet.
It's been a
10
bit now.
years.
It's been 9 years now.
10 years,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
January 1st,
2016.
I do know that when MPAC does assess, it's not current, it's always 4 years back.
Yes,
So
4 years back? Okay. And then I like it then. I guess for now. No, you know what I mean though?
Yeah, absolutely.
When we
I'm
get
with you.
assessed, I mean, like,
I'm with you.
you're sitting on your property for 8 years now, and then all of a sudden, you get there and they say, well, you gotta pay the X amount.
Yeah,
And then they say, well, it's not my fault, right? Not your fault, Councilor Christensen.
Transaction and payment fees.
Did that have anything to do with the, use of the software for,
Yes,
yes?
yes.
For what?
That's for our credit machine Square and our debit machine.
So that's not a duplicate bill? That's not included?
That's not included in the prior one for the, no?
Bank and interest charges. Audit.
Just 5,000.
Accounting. No questions. Any other questions about that section?
We're pretty
Audit?
steady.
Audit and accounting are the same BDO,
BDO, yeah.
so put those together.
Administration, payroll, and benefits, wages and salaries. Yeah, sorry. Oh. Okay,
So
that's okay. So they're there, everyone can see them, but we can't have an open discussion about them because they identify people.
So we're skipping that?
What's ECM stand for?
emergency management.
Emergency Management Coordinator.
Emergency Coordinated Management, ECM, EMC.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
And we will jump to protection services. Policing. No questions about policing. Animal control officer.
When you went to transportation, what you just said, boss?
Protection services.
Protection services, sorry.
Yeah.
Bylaw enforcement officer. And humane society.
And the bylaw enforcement officer,
Yes.
is that because it was vacant?
We do have a bylaw enforcement officer, but the remuneration is added in the payroll sector. It's just expenses related to that.
And fire department, fire honorariums. Uniforms.
I just wanted to ask about what the base of the honorariums are on, 16 volunteer firefighters?
Yes.
Or does that include the chief and the deputy chief? So it's
Includes everything.
18? Is that 18 altogether?
Repair and maintenance for vehicles. Truck expenses. Materials for the fire department. Training for employees. Fire station,
What is that expense?
anything to do with the fire station, like, any kind of maintenance.
Expenses and materials.
So it's repairs and maintenance?
That tripled.
Yes.
Can I ask why it tripled?
So
From
these
3,000?
numbers are exactly from what fire chief presented in our January meeting.
Yeah, but we didn't pass it and say that we were gonna give
We
it
did.
Yes, we did.
for the painting and the drywall and,
He's been asking for that for 4 years.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you give me a rough idea of, like, under the protection services? I don't want the total of that. I just want how much all of this that comes under fire department is of the total that we put out. What percentage, do you know? I-
I can work out on that. number.
Huge fan of pie charts. I like to see how big a slice of pie it is compared to the whole pie.
what, you want the honorariums included in there?
Yeah,
Counselor,
everything with that, and I wouldn't mind seeing the same thing done for the other major expenses like road and maintenance and administration, because it's nice to know where it's a little top heavy.
New apparatus and equipment. Any questions about that one?
Just, is that in reference to the 22,000 for projection of doubled from last year, is all I'm asking, what it's for. That's not the fence for the playground.
No.
And it's from the, why is it allocated to 22 through you, Mayor, to clerk treasurer, Meg?
I also don't have the report right in front of me, but I can definitely look into that for you.
Like the new apparatus and equipment, I was just thinking of the,
Where is that?
that's nothing to do, fire department.
Specific to the fire department under that. Licenses and permits.
Those are annual, through you again, and Mayor, to Meg. Those are annual, where the trucks are inspected, the safety and the apparatus that they have is all safety and inspected. So we can save lives up.
Recertification of apparatus and equipment. Repairs to apparatus and equipment.
Nothing budgeted?
It's all brand new,
Yeah, it's all new.
it's all brand new. Hopefully there's nothing wrong.
I was gonna say.
First response expense. And fuel. Any other questions about that section?
So the 2,685 fuel is all for the 2 fire trucks and the other half-ton truck that the fire department uses. That's pretty nominal for a year.
Potentially, do we have a generator as well? Potentially a generator as well.
Yeah, that goes on the truck, so when they fill the truck, they fill the gen, I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it.
Yes. Fuel. 40 grand, yeah. So total fire expenditure, Margaret, is 116,500.
Yeah, I see that.
I know what you mean by your pie now, it just got me a little bit interested now too, when you said top heavy.
Yes.
And transportation services, repairs and maintenance for roads. Any questions about that? Repairs and maintenance for winter roads.
What does that all encompass?
Winter roads?
The next one, R&M vehicles.
Oh, okay, R&M vehicles,
Sorry, boss.
that's okay. So we have the vehicles to maintain, so that would include oil changes or any repairs to those vehicles.
We have a 1-ton truck and we have a half-ton truck, right?
Yes.
That Kevin drives, and the other one's a 1-ton that student or the hired person drives. Which we will discuss that another time with some other thing with licensing and that, because I don't know if they can have 1 ton, 2 ton. It doesn't matter.
Madam Mayor, to the treasurer, does that include the grader in this equipment here?
Yes.
The grader.
The grader is Archibald's grader, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, it's included in.
Purchase of the.
Yes, purchase of.
It's later in the.
Okay. But you will still have added fuel.
Under fuel?
No, you will still have added fuel if you have that grader.
Yes.
So fuel roads, any other questions about that? And uniforms roads. Any other questions about the transportation services section?
Is that your Visi vests and stuff for your
Yes,
uniform roads?
that's right, yeah. And environmental services recycling. Is nothing, waste disposal. Conservation authority levies. MNRF levy. Any questions about that section? Health services, land ambulance.
I just had a question with regards to why, such a large increase are we expecting?
Yeah, 28
Yes.
grand.
Yeah,
DSAP did approve, I think it was close to 5% increase.
okay. I kind of figured that.
Yep,
Gotta check
for
it out.
sure.
Public health went up too.
Yes. Any questions about that section? Social and Family Services, Ontario Works. So Ontario Works and childcare are both also part of DSAP. Ontario Works for sure is part of that 5% increase and up to 5% increase. Childcare, that one I don't, it went down, so.
So then did we not budget enough then if there's for Ontario Works?
So for last year, we did not use these journals, but going forward, we want to use these journals.
Okay,
The numbers are accurate.
okay.
And social housing. Any questions about that? All right, Recreation and Cultural Services Community Center. Parks. Cemetery. Museum. Library. Rec Committee. And Marina expense.
I have no problem with this as it is,
Yep.
but we do have an issue with the museum large equipment shed, but
Yes,
I think it'd be best to look for grants for that.
for sure. I don't,
We actually did look into it, and they are not offering any grants, even in the heritage section.
Oh, no.
I know, we did, yeah, we did look at it, Margaret.
I
I
was
think,
thinking of just going to a Quonset hut or something like that.
yep, for sure. We looked into it and I think it's because it's a building which is considered a capital asset and they
Yeah.
generally don't give grants for
They
that.
don't give grants for that.
Yeah.
For assets.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we looked.
So that includes, pay for the students, the 910924?
So all the payrolls are in the payroll section.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Planning and development, planning and consulting. Licenses and permits. Any questions about that section? All right, so the next section outlines our debt repayment because we did take out funds obviously from our, some from our reserves and some from loans. So this is what we are currently looking at for debt repayment. Any questions about that?
And our time span is what?
Sorry?
It varies for all of these? Yes, okay.
So we are very close to closing out on the fire truck debentures.
Okay.
Close to closing which one? Sorry, Mick?
Fire truck debentures. It is coming up in 2030.
5 years, right?
Excuse me. And the next section is capital expenses, so park pavilion and parks upgrade. And I think we talk about that later in the agenda. And marina capital expense. And capital purchases, fire department, that is our SCBA's. And we're looking at potentially a CCAN storage to put our tables and chairs from the pavilion in, because it's totally cramped in that room, hard to get them in and out. Any questions about that? transfers to or from reserves, so that is what we've transferred from our reserves, excuse me, in 2025 and again in 2026, is that right?
So that process is basically $8,000 a month.
Hmm?
This is the amount that we are yet to withdraw.
So in 2025, that's how much we did withdraw, and then the amount for the current budget is how much we will.
We'll do that.
So that brings us to our total expenses. Any other questions or comments?
Yeah. Is it possible, say every 3 or 4 months, to have a idea of where we are as to being on budget or not with some,
Yeah.
the various, especially the larger items?
Quarterly.
Yeah,
So that's 38. Well, what did you say in there? You said at the beginning, $138 raise?
Yes.
It was low, but how much is that a month? 11 something?
$11.57 per month per property.
So that was 138 a year.
138.81.
So that's 700 probably. 138. It's 97,000.
Any other thoughts about those numbers?
You know me. Have another go at her, see if you can get her down to 6.
I strongly discourage that, and the reason being, we've seen several items that have gone up so much.
So the rest of the councilors have seen that as well, Mayor.
Agreed. However, we're taking a heck of a lot out of our reserves that we need to replenish.
Yeah, we can't, yeah.
I don't wanna put us in a bad position for the future either. Trust me, I do not wanna raise taxes. I never wanna raise taxes. I love this township. I want everyone to be able to be here and still retain the services that we have. Unfortunately, we didn't raise our taxes that much last year, and we have a lot of expenditures that we have to continue to pay down. So I just strongly recommend that we consider what's on the table, as much as it might hurt.
Well, if we go around the table with the mayor speaking last, I already said what I was gonna say.
We're just.
What's your thoughts, T? The councilor, I'm sorry, Tranquil. Is that right?
I have concerns, the same concerns that you have, Mayor. I feel that $138 per property per year is manageable. I mean, we didn't raise it very much last year. And I think we need to start thinking about the future.
Council. So with a review of the budget and, last year's, expenses, one with the flooding, which was unforeseen. And then, with the bridge as well too, I think it would be irresponsible of us and jeopardize our residents and our township if we didn't move forward with this proposed increase.
back to my tracking idea, I would like, if we see that we are underspending where we thought we needed more money, that we use some of that to pay down our debts and make a point of it, because you never know what tedium is gonna come your way real soon.
as we've seen last year. Part of my thoughts with this as well is BDO has laid out a capital asset management plan for us as well.
Yeah.
And we're actually not contributing to that yet.
No.
And that's a concern for me as well. They've laid out a really nice plan for us to be able to manage those expenses in the future. And my concern is if we don't start contributing to that, we're gonna be in a spot.
Yeah.
And I don't wanna see that time for us to go down that road. So that's also a concern. Are we, I like what you said, Councillor Christensen. I really like that we should revisit this every quarter to say, you know, are we on track? Are we over budget? Are we under budget? Where are we actually saving? So that we can have, and I think it would also help Meg and her team, come budget time to say, okay, I can better accurately predict what may happen because I was, you know, on track all the way along. So I love that. So I definitely agree with that. And it gives us a better visual throughout the year to say, where are we at? And I really hope that some of these numbers, you know, even if they're drafted here, that maybe they don't come in at this number, like that we can do what we can to, you know, save those dollars when we can. Are we ready to vote on it? All right. Do we want to record a vote?
I would like a recorded vote.
You would like a recorded vote? All right. Councillor Caputo.
I'll bow to the ladies first. If that's okay.
Chiutenko. After the budget.
I approve.
No.
Thank you very much, Councillor. I appreciate all of your feedback, and I know it's not an easy decision for us ever to make these kind of decisions. So thank you very much. Yep.
Be it resolved that council approves the 2026 budget presentation from staff and authorizes the staff to follow.
Thank you. Tender 2026-01 staff evaluation report moved by Councillor Caputo, seconded by Councillor Christensen. So this is the tender that came up about the, here somewhere. Maybe I have it here somewhere. For the road maintenance services. So I don't know if everybody has had a chance to look at it. There were two tenders that came in. One is not viable because it didn't provide all of the required insurance information. But we included the number because I thought it was really important for everyone to see that they're fairly consistent. Gives you something to level set with. And there's also an internal delivery service option. Are there any questions or comments about anybody have any way they want to lean with the report that was provided?
My concern with the internal delivery service
Mhm.
is, when going with a vendor, they're going to have multiple bodies under their umbrella. So if someone is sick, someone gets injured, so on and so forth, there's someone in that role. My concern is with the internal delivery service, what would that rotation look like if someone was to be sick, or injured, hopefully not.
Yep, that's another concern for sure.
So for now, we have the supervisor ready to take on the position. But the plan is to also train the public works laborer for the executive.
Say that again, because I'm sorry, I can't hear it.
The plan is, so the public works supervisor is ready to take on the job. But going forward, the plan is to train the public works laborer as well to operate the machines and get his required certifications.
Okay, I have some questions on that, and as far as the grader goes, about insurance, upkeep, the year, and is it sellable? Is the person gonna sell to the township?
They've already offered it to us. They'd offered it to us last year,
To buy?
yes.
So let's take another step back. When we tendered out, this is probably the wrong one to talk about, when we tendered out the parking lot for the winter and the road for Princeton, we only had one tender submitted.
Two,
When I called the hall, there was only one, because the gentleman who brought it in the day after said that it was closed and he missed the time. So there was another one. So there was two tenders, not one, when I called. I was told one was only submitted.
I was unaware that there were two.
We have two submissions.
And these are both Prince Township residents that are tendering? Okay.
Not necessarily.
We're not aware of that.
Okay, we'll just have to see.
Any other questions about or thoughts about which?
I have a
Yep,
question.
please.
Is this just for this year or is it ongoing?
It's
When we pick an option, do we have, if it's not working out, it's not an ongoing thing?
It's a contract for a year with the option
To
to
reward,
extend. Any other questions or comments about which way you prefer to go?
And there's just that minimal amount of difference between the two.
Yeah. That's all, honestly, Councilor Caputo, that's why it was really good to see those numbers, to see how comparable they were.
Yeah, I didn't see the third one, I didn't even ask.
So I had the same concerns, Councilor Weir, about potential, if it's kind of a single point of failure, right? If there's multiple people to operate equipment, it's really off us, we don't have to worry about it, right? I have the same thoughts. And that would mean having the road super, because it is a seasonal position, then become full-time. Which is not a problem, really. It just is something to consider.
To be honest, just to comment further, I think the internal delivery service is the preferable way to go. It's going to do the township the best,
Yeah.
as long as there's not an illness or
For
an
sure.
injury, because when something comes up, it's going to be remedied immediately
Right.
instead of waiting on someone else's schedule, so on and so forth. It eases my mind to know that there would be additional personnel
Mhm.
trained for that.
For sure.
Yeah, that's my concern. I truly believe the internal delivery would be our best way to go.
Do we get an answer from our insurance company that we would be doing this and we would be getting this piece of equipment and that we have to insure 2 operators now above and beyond, no?
Yes.
Because prior to this, Archibald Brothers Construction, I don't know how that works. I just know the tenders work where you make a bid, you charge $100 an hour. It takes 6 hours every Wednesday, Thursday, when they do it, Tuesday. And it's 6 hours at $100 an hour. So every Tuesday they do $600 worth of work by doing the grading. But then he covers his own gas, his machine, and
Right.
the pay, all of it's encompassed. So I just wondered if that would mean any more increase to our insurance
So,
and or the age of the driver, and if it's, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of variables in there.
so the amount, the dollar value that you see on the chart on the right page, that is the additional amount included for the additional payroll, additional insurance, additional maintenance for us, additional fuel.
Where am I looking at? There?
So that's the amount for additional if we bring the staff full-time.
Under those 2 names, if it's the 2 construction companies, whichever one we pick.
No,
This
the
year.
internal.
Yeah, I see that.
Delivery
But
service.
that's for Northern Fencing.
No, internal delivery of service.
It's 60, yes, I see that.
That's the additional cost for us. That's the salaries and
They're already working for us.
Not full-time. They would be if we chose that option.
Oh. Well, there's another conversation for another day. I didn't know we were going to go full-time. I think that the road is only part-time, no? Your road?
But we have to
Grading?
plow this,
Yes. From October till,
so it's.
we don't know this year.
It's, it's winter maintenance plus grading.
I didn't put that together. Excuse me, Mayor.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's.
I'm ready.
Does that help?
Mhm.
Can we have a recorded vote on this one also?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you ready to vote on that?
we're voting on which one we're choosing.
If you aren't, let me know. Yeah, everybody's ready to vote? All right, Councilor Wu,
I vote for internal delivery of service.
Councilor Christensen,
I also vote for internal.
Councilor Tuptenko,
I vote for internal delivery of service.
Councilor Caputo,
I'll go with the Boston Construction. Known the family and business all my life. And I stand with that construction company. I know it's very reputable, the family, and they're take a lot of pride in their work. I didn't know that they were one of the bidders. I just thought.
all right. Thank you very much, everybody. I mean, I had all the same concerns and questions and comments that you did, so I was truly torn on which way to go with that, so.
Be it resolved that council accepts the report from staff regarding tender 2026-01, winter snow removal and summer grading as information.
Motions and notice of motions, tender 2026-01, winter snow removal and summer grading tender update. Moved by Councilor Christensen, seconded by Councilor Weir.
Be it resolved that council hereby selects one of the following options regarding the road maintenance services. Proceed with in-house service delivery model, including purchase of grader, rental of backhoe with required attachments during the season, and transitioning the public works supervisor full-time. And further that, staff be directed to proceed with all necessary actions in support of selected options.
All right. NOHFC grant application, Dean's Road Park fencing, moved by Councillor Christensen, seconded by Councillor Caputo. Questions, comments? We changed the format, so I'm a little thrown off tonight. So we are going to go to the NOHFC for a grant for the fencing of Dean's Road.
The grant is scheduled for them to pay the 90% and we will
Yeah.
contribute the 10%.
Any questions about that? All in favor?
Aye.
Be it resolved that on March 31st, 2026, the Corporation of the Township of Prince supports the application regarding the Dean's Road Park fencing project and can enter into an agreement with the NOHFC regarding Dean's Road Park fencing project. The Corporation of the Township of Prince agrees to commit a total of $8,000 towards the total project cost of $80,000 and resolves to cover any project-related cost overruns from the 2026 budget should they be incurred.
And credit card authorization for clerk treasurer, moved by Councillor Christensen, seconded by Councillor Weir.
Prior to
Yes,
that,
please, sorry.
I was just thinking, what exactly are the parameters for that fence? Does it go,
Oh, this is for Dean's Road.
Dean's Road.
oh, Dean's Road,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, because I was
So
gonna
that's
ask, I was gonna ask about the gate as well.
Yes,
If there's gonna be a gate, you have to go open the gate and go in.
okay.
You can walk in, but you can't drive a snow machine or bikes in there. And it's clearly, we're gonna put the visible signage there. And do we have a bylaw for that, that says, in essence to this bylaw, you can be charged?
I thought we had a general bylaw.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
the general, and
But
you're right,
maybe
Margaret.
it could be
Post it.
mentioned to the policing since we get the fines back.
But we can post it, Councillor Caputo, to your point, so that it's very visible.
Thank you.
Any other questions about that? Sorry, credit card authorization for clerk treasurer, moved by Councillor Christensen, seconded by Councillor Weir. This is because Sam actually had a credit card for things that needed just, she doesn't now, but for things that would need to be done. And Meg doesn't have one, so we're just transferring it to her.
I'm all in favor.
And, sorry, I guess all in favor, yes.
Does that say 2000 or 20? I don't know.
It says 20.
That was Margaret, that was a joke, Margaret. Thanks, I see you smile. I see you smiling.
Be it resolved that council authorizes the issuance of a municipal corporate credit card to Club Treasurer Mika Trivedi with a credit limit of $20,000 and that the use of credit card shall be in accordance with Township's procurement policy and applicable financial controls, and further that all transactions shall be reported and reconciled in accordance with standard municipal financial procedures.
Thank you. Bylaws, bylaw 2026-17, Ontario Transfer Payment Agreement, 2025-26 Community Emergency Preparedness Grant, CEPG, moved by Councillor Weir, seconded by Councillor Christensen. What is this one again? Oh, so this was a grant that was applied for quite a while ago, and it turns out we were awarded the grant. I did not know that we had.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
Thank you, Meg.
So, no, it wasn't Meg.
Oh, I thought that you found that.
She found it, yeah, or she was informed of it, yes, but she didn't apply for it. It's actually, I think, it will be a good thing. Because what it's gonna do is it's going to give us some alert devices that alert us to flooding.
Mhm.
Potentially before, I mean, I don't know that there's anything we're gonna be able to do about it, we'll know that it's flooding. But it gives us that kind of more preparedness, so they're gonna give us these alert things for around the beaver dams. And they're also going to give us some, I don't know what they're called, but they're something to put in the beaver dam to
The beaver resistant culverts.
thank you.
Beaver resistant.
Culverts.
I'm
Yeah,
so happy,
Wow.
Meg.
So I think this is awesome. I can't wait till Beaver Trapper Kevin finds out.
Helmets.
So yeah, so that's what that is for. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, nice to have that, I didn't know.
Yeah,
What an education.
I know, right? All in favor. Who knew these things?
Who knew these
existed?
things? Just me.
Who knew?
Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-17, being a bylaw to authorize the execution of an Ontario transfer payment agreement for 2025-26 Community Emergency Preparedness Grant, be read a first, second, and third time, and finally passed this 31st day of March 2026.
Thank you. Confirming bylaw 2026-18, moved by Councilor Weir, seconded by Councilor Christensen. All in favor?
Bye.
Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-18, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council up to and including March 31st, 2026, be given a first, second, and third reading, finally passed this 31st day of March 2026.
And adjournment, moved by Councilor Weir, seconded by Councilor Christensen. All in favor?
Bye.
Thank you.
Be it resolved that council hereby adjourns at 6:06 p.m. to meet again for the next regular meeting on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 at 6 p.m. or at the call of the mayor.
Thank you very much.